God bless you. This is Pastor Stephen J. Coleman of FaithWorks Church, located in Apopka, Florida. 2400 Rock Springs Road at Rock Springs Elementary School every Sunday at 10:15 a.m. And yes, today we are driving with the Word. And the Word on today is issues of the heart. We talked about it on this past Sunday. If you wasn't there, you missed it. The issues. Proverbs chapter 4 tells us to guard our heart, for out of it flows the issues of life. And I read an interesting fact about the heart. It talks about how fast the heart beats and how many times the heart beats. But the thing that stuck out to me was it says that the heart delivers life, nutrients, and oxygen to 300 cells, 300 trillion cells in our body. And that little fact about the heart resonated along the same lines of Proverbs chapter 4. Out of the heart flows issues of life, because out of our heart flows nutrients and oxygen to 300 trillion cells in our body. So what are our issues? Number one, Ephesians tells us to guard our hearts. Well, not guard our hearts. It tells us to put on the armor of God. And one of those pieces of armor is the breastplate of righteousness. It's used to protect us against the enemy who walketh about seeking whom he may devour. The enemy that will allow life issues to happen in our lives that will cause us to become hurtful and depressed and angry and seek vengeance. And you may say, I'm justified for the way that I'm feeling, the way you feel, and you're absolutely right that you are justified to feel the way you feel, because there's no doubt in the fact that what you believe happened to you. But guess what? When Jesus Christ died on the cross, in Isaiah 56 says he bore our griefs. Everything that flows, those negative emotions, that hate, that hurt, that depression, that anger, that vengeance, that unforgiveness, all of that he bore on the cross. He took on all that sins for us so that we do not have to carry that burden. We don't have to carry that worry, that weight that's bogging us down. And there's an issue called false sense that will tell you that I'm okay. But this is how you know that you're not okay, is when you run into that person that hurt you, when you see that very thing that did you wrong, when you remember a certain thing that happened that will get you to cause you to start crying, to cause you to just lose all of your emotions, will cause you to get angry, to cause you to seek vengeance. That very thing that you've been holding on to, that causes you not to forgive that person that done that to you. And a lot of times life happens, but it's not always someone else's fault. It's the things that we got caught up into. Sometimes the issue of life is us not forgiving ourselves for the things that we've done and got caught up into. Guess what? The Word of God says for us to not carry that. Peter says to cast all your cares upon him because he cares. The Lord does not want us to carry all of this weight. He carried it for us when he carried his cross. He carried it for us when he got those nails in his hands and his feet. He carried it for us when he was pierced in his side. He carried it for us when the crown of thorns was on his head. He carried it for us when he breathed his last breath and he said, it is finished. So that thing that you're carrying it, you've been carrying it unnecessarily because Jesus said, it's finished. I've carried it for you. So beloved, I encourage you to lay down that weight. No matter of fact, the NIV says to throw it off. King James says cast it off. That weight that you've been carrying on your shoulder. You don't have, guess what? You may thought you had to carry it, but I'm here to let you know today, you don't have to carry that anymore. That issue that you've been holding on to, you don't have to carry it any longer. Jesus paid that price. And it's not about you acknowledging it to man. Guess what? You can acknowledge it to God. And ask God, Lord, release this burden from me. I give it to you. And guess what? He's going to say, I got it. Because I already took it. I already taken care of it over 2,000 years ago when he died on the cross. So, beloved, don't even rely on that false sense that says you're okay. No, that false sense will have you going in the wrong direction. The issues of life. But guess what? Paul put it the best way I like it. He said, when I would do good, evil is always present. He says, the things that I should do good, I don't do good. And the things I should do, I don't do. And the things that I should do, I end up doing. And he talks about the struggle, the issues of life, the issues, and it's in his heart. And he says, oh, wretched man that I am, who can deliver me? And he says, thanks be to God, Jesus Christ, who can deliver you, who has delivered you. Beloved, the issues that you're holding into your heart, I encourage you to let it go. Open up your heart. Ezekiel says that, hey, 36, I believe, it says that I will give you a new heart, a heart of flesh, and no longer a heart of stone, because the issues of life will have you showing no compassion, will have you carrying around nothing but hate and anger and disdain for people. You don't want to live your life like that. I know it's a cliche, but like the movie Frozen, let it go. Let it go. Because Jesus already got it for you. He grabbed it for you. He carried it for you. So for Pastor Stephen J. of FaithWorks Church, located in Apopka, Florida, we are done driving with the word, and I will see you on the road next time.